Did you know that there's a zodiac sign that carries within its essence one of the most valued qualities in the universe? A sign that was shaped with such special characteristics that it seems to have received special divine attention at the time of creation? Well, my dear Virgo, this video is for you. Today we're going to talk about the 5 spiritual reasons why the universe shows such a deep and special love for the sign of Virgo. And when you discover these reasons, you'll finally understand why your journey has been this way, why you feel things so intensely, and above all, why you were chosen for such an important mission here on Earth. Do you know that feeling that you came here with a greater purpose? That there's something in you that goes beyond the ordinary? Well, you're not wrong. Virgo isn't just another sign among the 12. There's a profound spiritual reason for you being born under this energy, and today you're going to discover what it is. Prepare your heart, because the truths I'm about to reveal can completely transform how you see yourself and your path. Many people look at Virgo and see only someone detail-oriented, organized, perhaps even overly critical. But what few know is that behind these characteristics lies a magnificent divine plan. Every trait of their personality was carefully designed for a sacred purpose. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, you will understand not only how special you are, but also what soul mission you came to fulfill in this life. I guarantee that after watching, you will never look at yourself the same way again. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and come with me on this journey of self-discovery and spiritual connection. First reason, the purity of intention that Virgo carries in her soul. The first spiritual reason why the universe deeply loves the sign of Virgo is related to something that is not always visible to the human eye, but shines intensely on the spiritual plane. I'm talking about the purity of intention that dwells in the Virgoan heart. You know, that genuine desire to do good, to help, to improve things around you. This is not just a personality trait, my dear. This is a spiritual mark, a divine seal engraved in your essence even before you were born. Virgo is one of the few signs that truly cares about doing the right thing, not for recognition, not for applause, but simply because it feels it's the right thing to do. How many times have you found yourself correcting something that no one else noticed? How many times have you redone a job just to make sure it was perfect, even if no one would notice the difference? Well, that's not empty perfectionism. That's spiritual integrity. It's the manifestation of a soul that understands, even unconsciously, that every small act has a greater meaning in the grand universal plan. The universe observes this. The divine plan recognizes when a soul dedicates itself to good without ulterior motives. And Virgo does this naturally, effortlessly, because it is in its deepest nature. You were not born to do things halfway. You did not come into this world just to pass through life. You came with a mission of excellence, and that mission begins precisely in this purity of intention that moves you. But I'm going to tell you a spiritual secret that few know. This purity of intention that you carry is not by chance. Before incarnating, before being born into this life, your soul chose this path. It chose to be a Virgo because it knew it would need this characteristic to fulfill the purpose it came here to accomplish. And the universe, seeing a soul willing to carry this responsibility, is filled with love and admiration. Do you know that feeling of being misunderstood because people don't understand why you care so much about the details? When they criticize you for being too demanding, for wanting things done the right way. Well, that happens because most people can't see the spiritual dimension of what you do. They only see the surface. But up there, in the spiritual realm, every gesture of care, every attention to detail, every effort to do your best is recorded as an act of pure love. And there's more. This purity of intention makes you a privileged channel for divine blessings. Do you know why? Because the universe trusts you. It trusts that when it places something precious in your hands, you will care for it with dedication and respect. It trusts that you will not waste opportunities, that you will not do things haphazardly. That is why Virgos frequently receive special missions, important responsibilities, because in the spiritual realm there is a certainty that you will honor what has been entrusted to you. Think about it. When someone truly needs help, who do they call? When something important needs to be done and can't go wrong, who do they seek out? Well, usually it's you, the Virgo. And that's not a burden, my dear. That's spiritual recognition. It's the universe telling you through people that you are special, that you can be trusted with what is sacred and important. But I know that sometimes this purity of intention hurts you, because you expect others to have the same dedication, the same care, and you end up disappointed. Learn something important now. Not everyone came with the same mission as you. Not everyone has this spiritual mark of excellence engraved on their soul. And that's okay. Each one has their own path, their own purpose, their own lessons. Your path is different, and that's precisely why divine love for Virgo is so special. Second reason, the natural gift of serving with your heart. Now let's talk about the second spiritual reason why Virgo is so beloved by the universe. And this one is powerful, it's profound, it's something that touches the most intimate structures of spirituality. I'm talking about the natural gift that Virgo has to serve with her heart. But pay attention to this word. To serve. I'm not talking about being servile, about diminishing oneself, about placing oneself below others. I'm talking about something much greater, much more sacred. I'm talking about one of the highest expressions of divine love that exists. Serving with your heart means putting your talents, your skills, your energy at the service of the greater good. It means understanding that you came into this world not only to receive, but mainly to give. And Virgo understands this with a depth that few signs can achieve. You don't need anyone to teach you how to help. You don't need courses, theories, or complicated philosophies. You simply look around, see where you can be useful, and act. And do you know what the universe sees when you do that? It sees a reflection of itself. Because the Creator himself is love in action, is pure service, is constant dedication to creation. When you serve with your heart, when you dedicate your time and energy to helping someone, to improving something, to making the world a little better, you are literally channeling divine energy through you. You become an instrument of higher forces. That's why so many Virgos work in caregiving professions. Healthcare, education, social work, all these areas that demand dedication and empathy are full of people of this sign. And it's no coincidence. It's a spiritual calling. It's the soul recognizing where it can shine most brightly, where it can best fulfill its mission of love. But I'm going to tell you something you may never have realized. This gift of service that you have doesn't just benefit those who receive your help. It transforms you too. Every time you genuinely dedicate yourself to helping someone, every time you put the needs of others before your own without resentment, you are raising your own spiritual vibration. You are clearing karma, accumulating spiritual merit, and getting closer and closer to your best version. The universe loves Virgo because it sees in this sign a rare disposition for true spiritual work. Not that spiritual work of appearances, of empty rituals, of beautiful words without action. No. Virgo's spiritual work is practical, it is real, it is manifest in the physical world through concrete actions of love and care. And there's something beautiful that happens with Virgo. When you serve with your heart, when you help without expecting anything in return, the universe always finds a way to reciprocate. It may not be immediate, it may not come from the person you helped, but it comes. Because there is a spiritual law that says that the good you do returns multiplied. And since Virgo lives serving, lives helping, lives caring, the amount of blessings accumulated on their path is enormous. But there's an important detail here. This gift of service needs to be balanced with self-love. Because sometimes you give so much, you dedicate yourself so much to others, that you forget to take care of yourself. And then you get sick, you get exhausted, you get frustrated. And the universe doesn't want that for you. What the divine plan desires is that you serve, yes, but from a place of inner abundance, not scarcity. That you take care of others after you have taken care of yourself. Learn to set boundaries, my dear Virgo. Learn to say no when necessary. Learn to recognize when someone is taking advantage of your goodwill. Because serving with your heart doesn't mean being a doormat. It means being a channel of light, and for that you need to be well, you need to be whole, you need to have your energy preserved. When you understand this, when you balance this giving with self-care, then you become unstoppable. Then you fully accomplish this mission of love that you came here to fulfill. And the universe rewards you with inner peace, with a life purpose, with a profound feeling of being in the right place doing the right thing. And there is no better feeling than that. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution, as a subscriber or member, is what keeps these messages alive, messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Let's continue with our video now. Third reason, the ability to see beauty in the perfection of details. And we come to the third spiritual reason why the universe loves the sign of Virgo so deeply. This one is especially beautiful because it shows a dimension of spirituality that many people don't understand. I'm talking about Virgo's ability to see beauty in the perfection of details. And look, this goes far beyond what appears on the surface. It has to do with the very way divine creation manifests itself. Think about it. When we look at nature, at the universe, at everything that was created, what do we see? We see mathematical perfection in the smallest details. The golden ratio present in a flower, the precision of planetary movements, the perfect complexity of a cell. Everything in the universe was created with absolute attention to detail. And Virgo, my dear, carries within itself this same creative energy. When you pay attention to detail, when you notice what others don't see, when you dedicate yourself to doing things with precision and care, you are honoring God's own work. You are saying yes to the perfection that exists in the plan of creation. You are aligning yourself with the highest frequency of the universe. But I know that this isn't always easy to bear. People call you a perfectionist. They say you exaggerate, that you worry too much about small things. But you know what? These people don't understand. They can't see what you see. For them, a detail is just a detail. But for you, every detail is an opportunity to express excellence, to show care, to demonstrate respect for what is being done. And the universe sees this. The spiritual plane recognizes when someone is dedicated to doing things well. It recognizes when someone is not content with mediocrity, when someone always seeks the best possible result. And Virgo does this naturally, without needing to force it, because it's in their essence, in their spiritual programming. There's a very profound aspect to all of this that I want you to understand. When you pay attention to detail, when you dedicate yourself to doing things with precision, you are practicing a very powerful form of active meditation. You are bringing all your awareness, all your presence to the present moment. And that, my dear, is pure spirituality. Many people think that spirituality is just sitting meditation, just prayer, just ritual. But it's not just that. Spirituality is also being present in what you do. It's doing things with full awareness, with total attention. And Virgo does this all the time. When you are focused on a task, when you are taking care of something or someone, when you are organizing, planning, executing with care, you are in a meditative state, you are connected with the divine. That's why Virgos often find peace in work, in action, in doing. While other signs need to stop everything to meditate, you meditate while you act. While others need to isolate themselves to find peace, you find peace in dedication to what you do. And that is an immense spiritual gift. But there's something I need to warn you about. This pursuit of perfection in the details can't turn into paralyzing anxiety. It can't become a prison where you're never satisfied, where nothing is ever good enough. Because then you lose the beauty of the process. Then you transform a gift into suffering. The spiritual wisdom that Virgo needs to develop is this. Dedicate yourself to the details. Yes, take care. Yes, do your best. But also learn to let go, to accept that absolute perfection does not exist on the earthly plane. Perfection exists in effort, in intention, in dedication. But the final result will always have some margin of error, and that's okay. It's part of the human experience. When you understand this, when you balance this pursuit of excellence with acceptance of imperfect reality, then you reach an incredible level of spiritual mastery. Then you can use this gift you have without suffering because of it. And then the universe showers blessings upon you, because it sees that you have learned the lesson, that you have matured spiritually. And do you know what happens when you achieve that balance? People start to see you not as a boring perfectionist anymore, but as someone who inspires, someone who shows what's possible when we truly dedicate ourselves. You become a reference point, an example, the person others seek out when they want to learn how to do things well. And that's beautiful. That's your purpose manifesting itself. Fourth reason, the true humility that dwells in the Virgo heart. Now let's move on to the fourth spiritual reason why the universe deeply loves Virgo. And this one is especially touching because it speaks of something that is becoming increasingly rare in this world. I'm talking about the true humility that dwells in the Virgoan heart. And pay close attention to what I'm about to say, because it's important that you understand the spiritual value of what you carry within you. True humility has nothing to do with belittling yourself, thinking you're worthless, or always putting yourself last. That's not it. True humility is that state of awareness where you recognize your qualities and your flaws with the same tranquility. It's when you know you're good at something but don't need to brag about it. It's when you accept that you still have much to learn, even if you're excellent at what you do. And Virgos possess this naturally. You may be the best at what you do, you may have all the qualifications, all the skills, but you will rarely find yourself promoting yourself, showing off, wanting to be the center of attention. You prefer that the work speaks for itself. You prefer that the results demonstrate your worth. And that, my dear, is a very rare and extremely valuable spiritual quality. The universe loves Virgo because it sees in this sign a mature soul, a soul that doesn't need constant external validation to know its own worth. While other signs seek applause, recognition, and praise, Virgo is more interested in doing a good job, fulfilling its responsibilities, and honoring its commitments. And that is advanced spirituality. Do you know why? Because in the spiritual realm, what matters isn't how many people praise you, how many followers you have, or how much fame you've achieved. What matters is the quality of your intention, the sincerity of your heart, and the dedication with which you fulfill what you came here to do. And in that, Virgo is a master. But I know that sometimes this humility makes you get ignored. It makes you see less competent people being promoted while you remain in the same place. It makes you realize that whoever makes the most noise gets the most attention, while you, who do the real work, stay in the background. And that hurts, I won't lie to you. But I need you to understand something very important. Human recognition is fleeting, superficial, based on appearances. But spiritual recognition, that is eternal. Every effort you make that goes unnoticed by human eyes is recorded in the book of life. Every time you choose to do the right thing without an audience, without witnesses, you are accumulating treasures in the spiritual realm. And there's more. This humility you possess protects you from many spiritual traps. It protects you from arrogance. It protects you from pride. It protects you from that dangerous illusion of thinking you are better than others. You know you're good at what you do, but you also know that each person has their own talents, their own qualities. And this keeps you connected to reality, keeps you grounded. The universe trusts Virgo precisely because of this humility. It trusts that you won't let success go to your head. It trusts that you will remain the same honest and dedicated person, no matter how much you grow or evolve. And because of this trust, the universe entrusts you with ever greater responsibilities and ever more abundant blessings. But there is a spiritual challenge that comes with this humility. You need to learn not to let people take advantage of it. You need to learn that being humble doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. That recognizing the value of others doesn't mean denying your own value. That making yourself available to serve doesn't mean accepting being mistreated. True humility, the spiritual humility that the universe values, comes with dignity, with self-respect, with clarity about who you are and what you deserve. So don't confuse humility with a lack of self-love. Don't confuse simplicity with accepting less than your worth. You are special, you are valuable, you deserve respect and recognition, even if you don't ask for it. And when you balance that natural humility with a healthy sense of self-esteem, then you become a complete human being. Then you can fully accomplish that mission of light you came here to fulfill. And the universe rejoices to see that you have learned to value yourself without losing your simplicity of heart, to recognize your importance without falling into arrogance. Fifth reason, practical wisdom that transforms spirituality into action. And we arrive at the fifth and final spiritual reason why the universe deeply loves the sign of Virgo. And this one is especially powerful because it represents the perfect synthesis of everything we've already discussed. I'm talking about the practical wisdom that Virgo possesses, that unique ability to transform spirituality into concrete action in the physical world. Look at this interesting thing. Many people confuse spirituality with something abstract, something that remains only in the realm of ideas, beautiful theories, and complicated philosophies. But Virgo understands something that few understand. True spirituality needs to be lived, needs to be practiced, needs to manifest itself in concrete actions that transform reality. What good is knowing all the spiritual theories in the world if you can't apply any of them to your life? What good is meditating for hours a day if you remain a selfish and insensitive person? What good is having spiritual knowledge if you don't use that knowledge to do good? Virgo understands that spirituality without practice is empty. It's an illusion, it's fantasy. And that's why the universe loves this sign so much. Because Virgo doesn't just talk, it does. It doesn't just dream of a better world, it actively works to build that better world. It doesn't just pray for change, it is the change it wants to see happen. This practical wisdom you possess is a rare and precious spiritual gift. It's the ability to take elevated concepts and translate them into simple, everyday actions. It's being able to see that spirituality is in how you treat people, in how you do your work, in how you care for your body and mind, in how you manage your resources. You know that saying that spirituality is in the little things? Virgo lives this in practice. For you, washing dishes attentively can be a spiritual act. Organizing a space can be a way to honor the sacred. Doing a job well can be a prayer in action. And that's beautiful, that's profound, that's true spirituality incarnate. The universe needs people like that. It needs souls who understand that the divine plan manifests itself through practical and concrete actions. It needs people who don't just wait for miracles to fall from the sky, but who actively work to co-create those miracles through effort, dedication, and persistence. And there's something wonderful about all of this. When you live your spirituality in a practical way, when you manifest your values through concrete actions, you inspire others. You show people that it is indeed possible to be spiritual and at the same time be productive, efficient, and successful in the material world. Because there are many people out there with a distorted view of spirituality. They think that to be spiritual you have to be poor, disorganized, and unambitious. But Virgo proves that this is not true. It proves that you can be deeply connected to the divine and at the same time be competent, organized, and successful. The two things are not mutually exclusive. On the contrary, they complement each other. This practical wisdom also gives you something very valuable. It gives you discernment. It gives you the ability to separate what is real from what is illusion. To differentiate true spirituality from false spirituality. To recognize when someone is using spiritual concepts to manipulate, to deceive, to take advantage of others. And look, this is extremely important nowadays. There's so much spiritual information circulating out there, so much being sold as absolute truth, that having discernment is fundamental. And Virgo has this discernment because it doesn't blindly accept things. You question, you analyze, you test and practice before believing. And this protects you from many pitfalls. But there's a challenge that comes with this practical wisdom. Sometimes you can become too skeptical. You can start doubting even what is true just because you can't immediately prove it in practice. You can lose the ability to simply trust, to have faith in what hasn't yet manifested. And that's the balance you need to find. Maintain practicality, yes. Maintain discernment, yes. But without losing the ability to believe in the invisible, to trust the process, to have faith that things will fall into place even when you can't yet see how. Because there are things on the spiritual plane that cannot be proven by logic, that need to be felt by the heart. When you manage to combine this practical wisdom with openness to mystery, with genuine faith, then you become a complete human being. Then you achieve that spiritual maturity that few manage to attain. And the universe rewards you with a life of purpose, of meaning, of true achievements that make sense to your soul. Sixth reason, the ability to heal through meticulous care. Now let's talk about a sixth spiritual reason that makes Virgo so special in the eyes of the universe. And this one is deeply touching because it reveals a sacred mission that many Virgos carry without even realizing it. I'm talking about the natural healing capacity that Virgo has, not only in the physical sense, but mainly in the spiritual and emotional sense. Virgo is governed by energies that are directly connected to health, well-being, and the restoration of what is broken. And this manifests in so many ways in your life. It can be through a profession in the health field. It can be through caring for healthy eating habits. It can be through the ability to organize what is chaotic, or simply through the welcoming presence you offer to those who are suffering. But what makes this healing ability so special in Virgo is precisely the meticulous care with which you do it. You don't heal haphazardly. You don't offer superficial comfort, empty words, half-hearted help. No. When Virgo sets out to help someone, when they dedicate themselves to caring for a situation, they go to the bottom of it, investigate the causes, understand the roots of the problem, and work systematically to promote true and lasting healing. And do you know what the universe sees in that? It sees a reflection of divine love itself, which is an attentive, caring love that doesn't miss a single detail. When you care for someone or something with such dedication, you are channeling the universe's healing energy through you. You become an instrument of restoration, renewal, and transformation. That's why so many people feel better just being near you. That's why so many seek you out when they're going through difficulties. It's not just because of your ability to give practical advice or help solve concrete problems. It's because there's a healing energy emanating from you, a frequency of care and restoration that people feel even without rationally understanding it. But I need to tell you something important. This healing ability you have needs to be protected. Because if you're not careful, You'll end up exhausted, absorbing the pain and problems of others until you yourself become ill. And the universe doesn't want that for you. What the divine plan desires is for you to be a channel of healing, not a sponge that absorbs everything. So learn to set energetic boundaries. Learn to help without getting lost in the other person's problem. Learn to offer care without taking on responsibilities that aren't yours. Because you can point the way, you can offer tools, you can be present, but each person needs to make their own healing journey. You can't do it for anyone else. And there's something else. This healing capacity also needs to be directed towards yourself. How many times do you take such good care of others, but forget to take care of yourself? How many times do you dedicate time and energy to solving other people's problems, but neglect your own? Well, that needs to change. The universe wants you to be your first patient, your first project of healing and restoration. Because only when you are well, when you are healed, when you are whole, can you truly help others in a sustainable and effective way. So start applying to yourself all that meticulous care that you offer to others. And when you do that, when you become a living example of self-care and self-love, then your capacity for healing multiplies. Then you can help more people in a deeper way without exhausting yourself, without losing yourself. And the universe showers blessings upon you because it sees that you have learned to value yourself. Learn that you also deserve all the care that you so generously offer to others. This ability to heal through meticulous care is one of the most beautiful gifts that Virgo brought to this world. It is one of the reasons why her presence here is so important, so necessary. So honor this gift, my dear. Use it wisely, with balance, with love for yourself and for others. And watch your life transform into a mission of light that touches and transforms everyone around you. 7th reason, the unwavering commitment to the truth. Let's now move on to the 7th spiritual reason why the universe deeply loves Virgo. And this is especially important in these times we are living in, where truth seems to be becoming increasingly rare and devalued. I'm talking about Virgo's unwavering commitment to truth, honesty, and integrity. Virgos simply can't lie well. They can't pretend everything is okay when it's not. They can't be fake. They can't wear elaborate social masks. You might even try, but your discomfort becomes so obvious that you quickly give up. And you know what? That's not weakness. That's a very rare and extremely valuable spiritual quality. We live in a world where people lie so easily, where falsehood has become the social norm, where everyone uses filters, not only in photos but in their own lives, showing only an edited and unreal version of themselves. And in the midst of all this, Virgo stands out as someone genuine, someone real, someone you can trust because what you see is what truly exists. The universe loves this about you because truth is one of the highest frequencies that exists. When you are truthful, when you are authentic, when you don't try to deceive or manipulate, you are vibrating at a very high frequency of light. You are aligning yourself with the purest essence of the divine, which is absolute truth. And this commitment to truth manifests itself in so many ways in your life. In your inability to do shoddy work or deliver something you know is wrong. In your brutal honesty at times, when you speak your mind even if it's not what people want to hear. In your integrity when dealing with money, responsibilities, and commitments you've made. But I know this brings you problems. Because not everyone values the truth. Some people prefer a comfortable lie to an inconvenient truth. Some people will criticize you for being too direct, too sincere, too realistic. They'll say you're harsh, that you're negative, that you should be more flexible. But don't be fooled by these criticisms. Don't sacrifice your integrity to please others. Because your ability to see and speak the truth, even when it hurts, is one of your greatest gifts. It is through this ability that you help people see things they are avoiding seeing. It is through this ability that you bring clarity where there was confusion, reality where there was illusion. What you need to learn is not to lie more or to be less truthful. What you need to learn is to speak the truth with love. It's about being honest without being cruel. It's about pointing out problems but also offering solutions. It's about balancing realism with hope, truth with compassion. Because truth without love can hurt. It can destroy instead of building. But truth with love, truth enveloped in compassion and genuine care, that is what has the power to transform lives, to awaken consciences, to promote real growth. And something beautiful happens when you achieve that balance. People start seeking you out precisely because of your honesty. They begin to trust you because they know they'll receive the truth, not deception. They begin to value your presence because, amidst so much falsehood, You are an authentic presence, a sincere voice, someone who won't lie just to make them feel better temporarily. This commitment to truth also protects you spiritually. It protects you from toxic relationships because you don't tolerate falsehood. It protects you from dangerous situations because you see things as they really are. It protects you from illusions and fantasies that could cause you to waste time and energy on paths that lead nowhere. The universe trusts Virgo because it knows it can count on you to be true, to be real, to maintain integrity even when it's difficult. And because of this trust, you receive important responsibilities, meaningful opportunities, and a life that has real substance instead of empty appearances. 8th reason, the spiritual discipline that transforms intention into reality. We now come to the 8th spiritual reason why the universe deeply loves the sign of Virgo. And this one speaks to a quality that is absolutely essential for any journey of growth and evolution. I'm talking about the spiritual discipline that Virgo naturally possesses, this ability to transform intentions into realities through consistent and dedicated effort. Many people have beautiful dreams, wonderful intentions, want to make changes in their lives, want to evolve, want to grow. But the vast majority stop at the intention stage. They can't take the next step, which is to take those intentions and translate them into consistent actions that will actually generate results. And that's exactly where Virgo stands out. You have this incredible ability not only to dream, but to do. Not only to want, but to work to achieve. Not only to have good intentions, but to translate them into habits, routines, and practical actions that will lead you, step by step, towards your goals. And that, my dear, is pure spiritual alchemy. The universe loves Virgo because it sees in this sign someone who truly understands how things manifest. It understands that it's not enough to visualize, to affirm, to ask. It's also necessary to work, to dedicate oneself, to have discipline. True manifestation happens in the encounter between divine intention and human effort, and Virgo masters this balance like no other. This spiritual discipline manifests itself in so many ways in your life. In your ability to maintain a self-care routine even when you don't feel like it. In your persistence in continuing to work on a project even when results are slow to appear. In your dedication to continuously improving, always learning, and constantly seeking self-improvement. And there's something very beautiful about all of this. This discipline doesn't come from a place of self-punishment or excessive rigidity. It comes from a place of self-love, of self-respect, of understanding that you deserve the best version of yourself and that this version will only appear through consistent dedication. But I know that sometimes this discipline can turn into rigidity. It can make you too hard on yourself. It can make you demand more of yourself than is reasonable. It can make you lose the lightness and joy in the process. And then you need to find the balance. True spiritual discipline isn't about punishing yourself when you fail. It's not about unattainable perfection. It's about a loving commitment to your own growth. It's about getting up every time you fall. It's about continuing to try even when it's difficult. It's about being kind to yourself in the process while maintaining focus on the goal. The universe gave you this capacity for discipline because it trusts that you will use it to fulfill your mission here. It trusts that you will not give up at the first obstacle. It trusts that you will persist until you transform your potential into concrete realities. And this trust manifests itself through the opportunities that appear in your path. Because look how interesting. The universe doesn't waste opportunities on those who won't take advantage of them. It doesn't put important chances in front of those who lack the discipline to make them happen. But with you it's different. You receive opportunities because there's a cosmic certainty that you will work, you will dedicate yourself, you will do what needs to be done to transform that opportunity into results. And you know what else? This spiritual discipline you have also inspires others. When people see you persevering, see you maintaining your routines, see you working consistently towards your goals, they feel inspired to do the same. You become a living example that it is indeed possible to transform lives through dedicated effort. Just don't forget to balance all this discipline with moments of rest, pleasure, and lightness. Because you're not a machine. You're a human being with needs, with limits, with the right to be imperfect and human. True mastery lies in knowing when to tighten and when to loosen, when to dedicate yourself intensely and when to allow restorative rest. 9th reason, analytical intelligence that unveils spiritual mysteries. Now let's move on to the 9th spiritual reason why the universe deeply loves the sign of Virgo. And this one is fascinating because it shows how Virgo manages to unite mind and spirit in a unique and powerful way. I'm talking about your analytical intelligence, your ability to unravel spiritual mysteries through logical and organized thinking. Many people think that spirituality and rationality are opposites. That to be spiritual you need to turn off your brain and just feel. But Virgo proves that this is not true. It proves that you can use your brilliant mind, your analytical skills, your logical reasoning to understand profound spiritual truths. You have this incredible ability to take complex spiritual concepts and break them down, analyze them, and understand them in a logical and organized way. You can make connections that others don't see. You can perceive patterns where others only see chaos. You can organize spiritual information in a way that makes practical and applicable sense. And do you know what the universe sees in that? It sees a mind that can be used as an instrument of divine understanding, an intelligence that can unravel the mysteries of creation, an analytical capacity that can help translate spiritual wisdom into knowledge accessible to others. That's why Virgos often excel in esoteric studies, spiritual research, and practices that require both theoretical knowledge and practical application. You're not content with just blindly believing. You want to understand, you want to know how it works, you want clarity about the mechanisms behind spiritual phenomena. And this is not a lack of faith. On the contrary, it is intelligent faith. It is a genuine search for understanding that honors both the divine and the mental capacities you have been given. The universe gave you a brilliant brain precisely so that you could use it, including on your spiritual journey. This analytical intelligence also protects you. It protects you from falling into spiritual traps, from being deceived by false teachers, from believing anything they sell you as truth. You question, you investigate, you analyze before accepting. And that is wisdom. But there's a precaution you need to take. Don't let that analytical mind prevent you from also feeling, from also intuiting, from also trusting in that which cannot be logically explained. Because there are things on the spiritual plane that go beyond logic, that can only be understood by the heart, by intuition, by direct experience. The perfect balance for Virgo lies in using the mind to understand what can be understood, but also keeping the heart open to experience what can only be felt. In uniting analysis with intuition, reason with sensitivity, knowledge with wisdom. When you are able to do this, when you fully integrate your brilliant mind with your sensitive heart, then you become a powerful force in the spiritual realm. Then you can help others find their way, not through rigid dogma or blind faith, but through genuine understanding and wise guidance. The universe gave you this analytical intelligence because it has an important mission for you. Perhaps it's to help demystify spirituality, making it more accessible and understandable. Perhaps it's to research, study, and systematize spiritual knowledge. Perhaps it's simply to use this ability to guide your own journey in a more conscious and effective way. Whatever the specific mission, one thing is certain. Your brilliant mind is not an obstacle to your spiritual evolution. It is a powerful tool that, when used well, can tremendously accelerate your growth and allow you to help many other people in the process. 10th reason, the silent love that expresses itself through action. And we come to the 10th and final spiritual reason why the universe deeply loves the sign of Virgo. And this one is especially touching because it speaks to something that often goes unnoticed, but which is of immeasurable beauty and depth. I'm talking about the silent love that Virgo expresses through doing, through practical and concrete acts of care. Virgo isn't the sign of grand declarations of love. It's not the sign of flamboyant romantic gestures. It's not the sign that will shout from the rooftops how much it loves someone. But that doesn't mean Virgo doesn't love deeply. It just means their love is expressed differently. Your love is in the food you prepare with care. It's in the clothes you wash and iron. It's in the environment you organize so that everyone feels good. It's in the problem you solve quietly. It's in the help you offer without expecting recognition. Your love is silent, but it's profoundly real and transformative. And do you know what the universe sees in this? It sees one of the purest expressions of divine love. Because God's love isn't made of pretty words. It's made of constant and dedicated actions of caring for creation. It's a love that manifests itself in every detail of the universe, in every gear that works perfectly, in every natural cycle that is completed. When you express your love through action, through practical and concrete care, you are channeling that same divine energy. You are showing that true love is not about what you say, it's about what you do. It's not about empty promises, it's about constant presence and real support. And there's something beautiful about that. This quiet love of Virgo is enduring. It's not that intense passion that burns out quickly. It's that constant love, that daily care, that dedication that remains even when the initial emotion fades. It's the love that builds homes, that keeps families together, that sustains relationships over time. The universe immensely values this because it knows that this is the kind of love that truly transforms the world. It's not the grand, sporadic gestures. It's the small acts of care repeated daily. It's the attention to detail. It's the silent sacrifices that no one sees but that make all the difference. But I know that sometimes you feel your love isn't appreciated. Because people expect sweet words, romantic gestures, public displays of affection. And when you don't offer that, they might think you don't care. And that hurts, because you know how much you care, how dedicated you are, how much you do for others. So here's an important message. Don't change the way you love to fit other people's expectations. Your love is valid, it's real, it's deep just the way it is. But also learn to verbalize it sometimes. Because people need to hear that you care. They need the words in addition to the actions. The perfect balance lies in continuing to express your love through actions, but also allowing that love to appear in words from time to time. In hugs. In moments of full and attentive presence. In verbal recognition of the value people have for you. When you manage to do that, when you combine your practical love with more traditional expressions of affection, that's when your relationships truly flourish. That's when people can understand the depth of what you feel. And then you receive back the recognition and appreciation you've always deserved. This silent love, expressed through action, is one of the most beautiful and valuable things Virgo has brought to this world. It's a form of love that builds, sustains, and transforms silently but profoundly. And the universe rejoices to see you expressing this love day after day, in every small gesture of care and dedication. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution, as a subscriber or member, is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. And so, my dear Virgo, we have reached the end of this journey of discovery and recognition. Today you have discovered not just 5, but 10 profound spiritual reasons why the universe loves the sign of Virgo so specially. From the purity of intention that dwells in your soul to that silent love that expresses itself through your daily actions, every aspect of your personality carries a deep and valuable spiritual meaning. You understood that your attention to detail is not a flaw, it's a divine gift. That your capacity to serve is not weakness, it's spiritual strength. That your humility is not insignificance, it's advanced wisdom. That your practicality is not a lack of spirituality, it's spirituality incarnate. And that every characteristic that sometimes makes you feel different or misunderstood is actually a mark of a special soul with an important mission. Now I want you to do something for me. I want you to look at yourself with new eyes from today onward. I want you to recognize how valuable you are, how special you are, how much your presence in this world makes a difference. Stop criticizing yourself so much. Stop thinking you need to be different from who you are. You were created exactly the right way to fulfill exactly the mission you came here to accomplish. And from now on, when someone criticizes your perfectionism, remember that it is an expression of spiritual integrity. When someone says you worry too much, remember that it is a manifestation of divine care. When someone thinks you are too humble, remember that true humility is a quality of advanced souls. You don't need anyone's approval to be who you are. You only need your own acceptance and the recognition of the universe, which you already have. Your mission now is to fully live out this Virgo essence you carry. It's about honoring your gifts without fear of shining. It's about using your qualities to make a difference in the world without exhausting yourself in the process. It's about finding the balance between dedication to others and self-care. It's about being yourself without apology, knowing that you are exactly what the world needs. And if you've made it this far, if you've watched this entire video, it's because you were ready to receive these truths. It's because your soul was asking for this recognition, this validation, this deeper understanding of who you truly are. So don't let this message get lost. Let it take root in your heart. Let it transform the way you see yourself and how you live your life. And now I invite you to take a very important action. If this message touched your heart, if you felt seen, understood, and valued through this video, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any content that can continue to help you on this journey of self-discovery. And consider becoming a member or subscriber to the channel, because it's through the support of people like you that we can continue producing this content that makes a difference. And leave your birth date in the comments. I want to know how many special Virgos are watching, how many beautiful souls are recognizing themselves in this message. And if you know someone who is a Virgo and needs to hear this today, share this video with them. Sometimes a simple gesture can completely change someone's day, week, or even life. Remember that you are loved by the universe not despite your characteristics, but precisely because of them. You are a fundamental piece in the divine plan. Your existence has purpose, meaning, and immense value. So lift your head, open your heart, and go live this life knowing how special you are. Until the next video, my dear. May the universe continue to bless you, guide you, and remind you every day how important you are. You deserve all the good things life has to offer. And never, ever forget that.